But we are live. It is like Christmas Eve. Fans return to Meadow Lane tomorrow, 3 p.m. kickoff against Weymouth. 434 days or something like that since fans last there. The last game we were there, Eastleigh, incredible performance, 4-0. We're hoping for more of the same. Really can't wait. Very quickly before we start the preview, George, I think you've just got something you want to say, haven't you?
Yeah, one of the lads that comes on the channel now and again, Mitch Wiley, is captaining Sutton Rovers tomorrow. If they get a point from their game, they will lift the title, and it'll be the first time they've done it in 23 years. So me and Tom and everyone at Notts County Talk wish them all the luck tomorrow, and we hope you lift that trophy. So obviously Mitch won't be able to be at the game tomorrow or watch the game. So like I say, good luck to them. But yeah, on to the game tomorrow. We've been talking about it all week, haven't we, Tom? This week has been the slowest 5 days of my life. I put it on Instagram earlier. I literally Googled how many days has it been since the 14th of March 2020. 434 days it'll be tomorrow.
Huge.
I can't wait. There's so many things I can't wait to do. Just walking into the ground, seeing people back in the stands again, seeing the regular faces that we'll have seen from seasons gone by, and just seeing certain players play, like Ellis and Rodriguez, etc.
Definitely. Very quickly, before we do kick off with the preview properly, you've seen we have just posted our Just Giving page in the comment section. Now, if anyone could donate anything, that would be absolutely incredible. We are running the Robin and Half Marathons, both of us, in aid of raising money for the Notts County Foundation. So it's obviously something that's close to the club. They do great work in the community. And even if you can't donate, if you could just give it a share somewhere on social media, that'd be fantastic. Yeah. Now we've got two guests, as it's such a big game tomorrow. We've got Tom, who appeared with us maybe 2 weeks ago now. So
before Bromley.
Yeah. Tom, how you doing?
Not bad. Buzzing. Absolutely buzzing for tomorrow.
And we're going to have to be issuing a fine because we were supposed to be joined by Jordan. He's currently driving home and he's late. And I can't believe he's late for an occasion like this.
Yeah, if his timing's right, when the call started, he said he was going to be about 15 minutes.
And I think we can get a little preview of him getting out his car, I think. There we go. He's still in his car. It's disgraceful.
It's awful timing.
Yeah, if anyone wants a match ticket, I mean, Jordan's just forfeited his through a fine. So, so you gave us a brief look into how you're feeling, Tom, tomorrow. What does it mean to be going back to Meadow Lane after over 400 days?
Yeah, I can't put it into words. This year has obviously been awful for everyone, and one of the things that's kept us going is obviously watching football on TV, but to actually be there at work or today, it's all I could think about, to be honest. Like, just walking into Meadow Lane, I don't even know how I'm going to describe it. It's going to be emotional. I think it's going to be emotional for everyone. Obviously, there's all the different rules and regulations. I think Notts released that statement earlier saying what we can and can't do, but still, it's going to be immense. I can't wait.
It is. Where is that?
We were lucky. We got a couple of rows back from our season ticket spot, so we're in sort of a usual spot, which I'm buzzing about. But to be honest, I don't care where I sat as long as I was there. I don't care.
Yeah, massive occasion, and we're in the Pavis, not far from our usual season ticket seats. So yeah, just to be there. I've mentioned it a lot of times. When the players walk out, it's going to be probably the most special moment. I think welcome them back. And I saw today, Jason Turner put up like a little statement saying that the players will remain on the pitch to thank us for our support. That's a touch of class already, just on the club's behalf, because it's a massive occasion for the players as well as the fans. So
yeah, just talking about it, like I don't want to sound emotional on that, but it sends shivers up your spine, doesn't it? I think tomorrow we're going to be like back in the stadium and the players are going to be there. We were just talking about it briefly as well before we started this, weren't we? I wonder what the chant's going to be for Ruben Rodriguez. You had one, didn't you, Tom?
I think you were singing it before we started, weren't you? I think Tom might be up on that one. I think you were.
I heard it. I definitely heard it.
Wasn't me. I bet Tom did.
Go on. I'm just looking at.
I've been done, haven't I?
I'm just looking out the window here, and a pessimist in me thinking this is a lot of rain with that. And it's supposed to rain into the night. It can't, can it?
No,
it can't.
Don't even say it.
Yeah.
Don't even say it.
I will get Oh my God, I go to extreme lengths. I'd go around Colton asking if anyone's got any spare waterproofs and go put them on Meadow Lane pitch tonight. But no, it can't. It can't. We've got the best grounds in the country.
We actually have. The pitch has been insane. So we'll move on. It's been a very good 3 or 4 weeks. We can't then maybe even 2 or 3. By that many games, it feels like more. With the football we've been playing, Tom, has been absolutely unbelievable. We sort of pinpointed on it last time that before Bromley, I think it was, what might have changed. Have you seen anything the team evolve in any way since that Bromley performance?
I think Saturday was, or was it Tuesday? It was unbelievable. It was a different kind of evolution in that we were forced. We scored our early goal, which was a wonder goal from Jake Reeves, and then we're forced to be pegged back. And we've seen it time and time again this season where we've been defending for a lot of the game and we've just crumbled. But at no point, I mean, there was chances where I think Wrexham could have scored, but at no point was I ever in doubt, really. I think Ellis was immense against Wrexham, and I think that defensive performance was unbelievable. And there was a passion there. There was a commitment. There was bodies on the line, and I think that's something that's changed in the last game. I think that was another level. We've seen, I mean, the performances in terms of going forward have been crazy. Like, we've been so creative. We've said it's been really fluid. But I think that defensive performance against Wrexham was second to none, and I think that's something that we haven't seen enough of this season, I think.
Definitely, George. We don't often give other teams credit on this channel, but just how good were Wrexham? Because that then gives credit to us, doesn't it?
Wrexham were very good, very, very good. That second half, especially, they were absolutely all over us, weren't they? They lofted balls. I can't remember what the centre forward was called, but he just seemed to get on the end of everything, didn't he? I mean, Ellis seemed to get on the end of everything that he got on the end of. But yeah, they were just absolutely all over us, weren't they, that second half? And I think, they're a good side. So if we do come up against them in the playoffs, I know we beat them twice this season, but they're not to be taken with a pinch of salt, and it will be any game in the playoff. I think now is going to be a tough game. When you look at the possible teams that are going to be in the playoffs and the teams that we could be coming up against, it's going to be a brutal schedule. I think brutal.
I challenge anyone to go back in the history of the National League or the conference and find a stronger playoff six than there is right now. It is, as it stands right now, Torquay, Stockport, Hartlepool, Notts, Wrexham and Chesterfield. If Chesterfield don't make it, we could have Bromley in there, who we saw defensively. Bromley were very, very good, and they've got it on the counter. I mean, this has literally been it's got to be the strongest. It's got to be the strongest.
Yeah, to me, they're all teams as well that do have quite a rich history in the Football League. So, like you say, it is probably the strongest in terms of fan base as well. They've all got quite big following, aren't they, those teams? Yeah,
definitely. I don't know if this is a comment for you, Tom. One downside to tomorrow, it's for anyone really. There won't be any Balti pies.
I remember this tirade on Twitter at Hardy.
I mean, weirdly, I've turned vegetarian since all that bolt stuff, but that was the nail in the coffin for me. When he got rid of the Balties, I was devastated, and obviously it showed the true togetherness of Notts fans, because we all got behind the Balties, and obviously eventually he brought it back. But then I don't know. I'm hoping it's just for one game, because we can't go through that fight and then lose them again, can we? That'll be devastating.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, hopefully they do a vegetarian alternative though.
Well, yeah, I hope so.
It's good to have heartfelt discussion like that on the channel. It really is. It really is. Got a comment asking if from Jonathan saying, will we get more fans if we get to that playoff spot? Now, I was thinking this. There's some teams, I don't know if we've seen, I know they've got bigger grounds, or not at maximum capacity for tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah.
What, as in have they sold out all the tickets they allocated?
Yeah, I know. I read somewhere that is it Ticketmaster, what we use, whatever it is, would only allow a certain amount of tickets, and so once they were sold, Notts then looked at where people had because obviously the ticket system doesn't know if you booked in groups or individuals, so it's booking for as many individuals with gaps as possible. So then Notts looked at where they could fit more fans in, which is really good on their club's point of view, and that's why there was a waiting list and put them in. I don't think you could get any more fans in for a playoff game. I don't think restrictions are lifted soon enough for that.
It's a shame, isn't it, really? Because you're thinking in another couple of weeks further into the year, and you're thinking there's a possibility we could have more fans there. I was listening to the radio on the way in from work, and they were talking about the pilot events. There was a couple in Liverpool, like concerts and a couple of football games. In a total, I think it was 30,000 people. And out of those 30,000 people, I think only 15 people contracted coronavirus, which is quite a good return, isn't it, really?
I think it was 58,000,
58,000. Even better, out of 58,000. Only 15 have contracted coronavirus. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Good, yeah. It is really good. I'm hoping Jordan will be with us soon because he's racking up those fines. You can probably just see him in his house. We're seeing the ceiling there of Jordan's house. It's a race against time, really. It's a race against time. We won't be keeping the preview going for him, I can tell you that.
My heart's in my mouth, to be honest with you.
It is. It's like a little mini-series going on. Tom, 5th place is now in our hands. How important is that?
Not so important. I mean, you're looking back to a couple of weeks ago when we went on that run of losses and people were questioning if we're getting playoffs. We're in a solid position now. We need, with a win on Saturday, which, I can't see anyone who's losing. It's solid. And the run we're going on, I think that's really important going into the playoffs. We need to keep sort of this run going as much as possible to keep that confidence high. But I think 5th place it is, when you're looking a couple of weeks ago, it's great. It's amazing. And we just need to keep pushing on to the end of the season, I think. We can't let it slip now. I think it's a perfect game to be going back to Meadow Lane because we should be getting 3 points. I don't want to be overconfident, but with the fans there and everything, and it's just going to keep the run going into that final really tough push at the end of the season. And you need that run. That run is going to be the thing that makes or breaks it, I think. If we can keep that confidence high and keep that run going, I think we've got a good chance. You're saying it's a tough group, and it is a really tough group, but there's no reason why we can't beat those teams in the playoffs in the form we're in. There's no reason. We're showing it against Wrexham. We are a good quality side. We're as good as any of them. So there's no reason why we can't push on to Ashton Gate.
Definitely. George, you're buzzing for Ashton Gate, aren't you, if you get there?
Painful, isn't it, that? Get to the playoff final to play at Ashton Gate. You've just got to take it for the occasion, aren't you? It's playoff final. Albeit it's at Ashton Gate, which is a lot smaller than Wembley. So you're thinking not as many fans are going to be able to go, which is another downside. But, I'm not going to get carried away with the negatives of it. A playoff final is a playoff final. It's a great opportunity for Notts to obviously get promoted in it. So got to seize the day.
Do either of you think one leg will suit Notts? Obviously, the single-legged quarter in a semi-final. Or do you think it will hinder us?
Well, I think this squad would benefit from one leg. I feel like this, I don't know, it's probably a bit harsh to say it, but I feel like across 2 legs, you sort of take that pressure off yourself where you have to get the result this game. You know what I mean? Like you can put a few bits right in the next game. Whereas this squad that we've got, I think given the mentality that they've shown against the bigger sides where when, you've got a big game and it's, big build up and all that sort of stuff, such as Stockport, Torquay, Sutton of recent, we can really get geared up and ready for that. And I feel like with a one-legged game that means so much, this team can get geared up for that and ready. I think we've got the perfect squad with a good mentality to go into a one-legged system.
Yeah, I fully agree. I feel like this is a backs against the wall team. When it was literally nothing else other than win these games, we've gone and done it. Oh, hang on, I'm just getting confirmation through. Hang on. Here we go.
Hey. Even got the grey jumper memo as well, look.
Oh, no.
I missed that.
Jordan, I don't know, but on your behalf, I'm sure you're okay with it. We've said that your fine for being late is your forfeit your ticket to someone. So we'll put a giveaway out later.
No, sir.
Jordan, our buzzing eye for tomorrow.
Yeah, I can't wait. I was just thinking, I heard you speaking about the weather, and I was driving back and I was thinking, I hope to God that it is not called off, because I cannot wait to get up. I'm going Albies in Colton, quick plug there for breakfast. If you haven't been,
good breakfast there.
Good spot. And then get sorted and head down to the Nav. So, yeah, I'm buzzing, mate.
I know. We must just say Jordan is late because he has been down at Meadow Lane looking through the gates. So that is the reason he's late. It's not like it's Notts County related. Shaking the gates trying to get in.
I was just checking I was doing a good job of keeping the pitch dry.
They're looking good.
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Yeah.
Looking good. You went to Cyril tomorrow, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
I feel about not being a usual Pavis.
I don't know. I might quite like the change, to be honest. It's been a long time since, obviously, we've seen home fans in the Cyril, even though away fans don't take up much in the conference. So it'd be quite nice to be sat in the Cyril for a change, I think.
Yeah, big statement when we've had Wrexham at Meadow Lane. Big crowds.
I used to have a season ticket in the Cyril. I used to love sitting in there.
Yeah, same. I did as well.
I can't remember. About 10.
This might be contention. I'm saying put the away fans in the family stand. I'm thinking.
Where the family's going to go?
Cyril. just rename a part.
Just swap the name. Swap Jimmy Cyril family stand, and then
the away stand.
Yeah.
Yeah, it rolls off the tongue. So we'll look ahead. We'll look ahead to tomorrow's opponents because we're all buzzing here. We can't wait to be back in Meadow Lane, but we have got to beat
at Christmas.
Yeah, we have got to beat a side here. With all due respect, we're playing a side that have nothing to play for. That were seen at the start of the season, in my prediction, as finishing bottom. I think you've got from second to bottom, George. How's it going to pan out? It's a question for anyone.
I'll let you answer that one.
I think we'll do well, but one thing with teams that haven't got anything to play for, with relegation obviously not been a factor, I feel like teams come up against Notts and feel like they do have something to play for. Like, they've come to a big club, big club by our standards anyway, but in a big ground, and there's a bit more want there, a bit more capacity. Whereas if Weymouth went to, say, Maidenhead or wherever, middle of the table, let's say, or another playoff game, say Wrexham, I don't think they might not be as bothered. I know that sounds bad because they're football players, everyone wants to win a football game, but because it's Notts County, I still think they have something to play for in terms of like taking the scalp of Notts County. I think a lot of teams in the league probably would enjoy doing that, even if they've got nothing to play for.
Yeah, agreed. I think as well, one thing you've got to consider, I mean, I talk about this and I'm thinking Barrow at home last season, and they scored those 3 goals and they were cheering in front of our fans. So we're playing a side that's not played in front of fans all season. They're coming to Notts County where there's going to be 4,400 Notts fans, no Weymouth fans. So they're going to be itching to get a goal and celebrate in front of our fans, I think. So you can't take them lightly.
Yeah.
No, you can't take them lightly, but I mean, you've got to think that our players have been itching. A lot of our players, you look at it, players like Rodriguez, they haven't played in front of us lot. And they haven't played in front of Meadow Lane. So you've got to understand that it's in our hands, surely.
I'd like to think it is. There's obviously a few factors I'm thinking like what I said. Go on.
I was just going to say, if we play a game, 100% we win. That's no shadow of a doubt. But if we get drawn into their style of what they want to play, if they want to get in people's heads, the fans' heads, and like you said, try and grab the occasion for themselves, then if we get drawn into that, it might be difficult. But recently, how we've been doing and how we've been playing and the mindset of everyone, I think we should be all right.
I mean, do you know what?
Go on.
You go back to, like I was saying, 3 weeks ago, and it would have been a completely different game. If we were in Meadow Lane when we were on this losing streak, it would have been toxic. As soon as they got attack or we didn't have a shot on target or whatever, it would have been toxic. But everyone's buzzing, like the fans are buzzing. Like there's a massive buzz about going back to Meadow Lane. We're playing well, we're scoring goals. Like I don't know. I think the occasion's going to be what drags us over. I mean, we're quality players, we're playing well, but I think the occasion's going to take us to another level. I mean, I don't know whether I'm just being overly optimistic, but I can't see it going any other way. I just think it's just such a big occasion, isn't it?
Yeah, I think at this stage of the season, you get wins and you get wins anyway. But I genuinely think when you get towards the end of the season, the way you win is important. If we go and score a late goal to win 1-0 and not play very well, it's very different to winning 4-0 in terms of mentality for a playoff game, because then all of a sudden the nerves creep in and a few people start asking, why did a game you're supposed to win 3 or 4-0, why did you only win 1-0? Can you handle the pressure? And all of a sudden there's a few questions asked. So Mick's put a comment in that he thinks there'll be a big win and it'll be a statement for the playoffs. Looking at some of Wrexham's results, there's some strange ones in there. You know, they've gone and beaten Maidenhead away, good side, but then they've gone and lost at home to Barnet. They've beaten Altrincham who we couldn't beat, and then they've lost some much easier games. They've given Torquay a good test, 2-1. So it's going to be a very, very interesting game. This is for, we obviously do our team later. Jordan and Tom, between you, what would you change anything? Keep the same formation? How would you play it?
For me, I'll just keep it the same. I think we looked solid. Defence was solid. Look good going forward. I'll just keep it the same. I don't know why you change it. I wouldn't change a winning team. I mean, obviously Rollinson's back, so you could bring him in, but I mean, Kelly Evans is playing well. He's been playing well all season. One of the standouts this season. So what? I don't know. I'd keep it the same myself.
Jordan, is there an argument that in this game, which touchwood is going to be easier than Bromley away, that you get Rawlinson his minutes, or are you with Tom and keep it the same?
I'd probably keep it the same to start off with, but bring Rawlinson on a bit later. I think even it was nice to see McCrory in that left centre-back position as well. If he can make that his own, in terms of come into that and look natural, I think that would be good for him in terms of where we see him next season. And I also want to see, I know some people might disagree, but I want to see Enzio up top with Wotton a bit play the role that Rodriguez plays. Not from the start, but if we're coasting a bit, just see how he gets on. Because I think I really want to fit him into the team and I want him to be with us next season as well. And I think we need to explore possibly what his best position is if we stick with this formation.
We've already said, I think George agreed, we've already said we don't think that this formation will stick next season regardless. So if we don't go up, does he stay? I don't think so. I don't think he stays.
He's got potential. He's got the ability as well. I think some of the strikes that he has cutting in from the left, sorry, just like unbelievable. I think if you get him in those positions as much as possible, it's great. And even running at defenders, when he came on the other week, I think he got the assist for the goal, didn't he? He did a little step over or whatever it was, and then got past his man and got the cross in. I think if we just see more of that, get him in those positions, but it's difficult if he's playing wing back or wherever. So yeah, it just does depend on what Birchnell's kind of map of how he wants us to play in the formation next season, really.
Yeah. Predictions then. Jordan, we'll go with you. I need a score prediction.
3-0 Notts, I think.
Goal scorers?
Wotton will get one. Well, we can't not go with Rodriguez. He's practically scored like every game for how many games now. So, and no, maybe Griffiths after that long range, that shot in training. If we see one of them going, I'll be happy for him. I mean, it'll be good to round off his loan spell with something nice like that.
He's been okay, I think. He's been an alright player.
Since Birchnell's come in, since the last few games actually, and he's come on as a sub, he's actually looked really bright and really good.
It's depth. I think that's what we've got. Depth, because without Griffiths, if we got any central midfielders that could step in for Reeves Doyle and O'Brien, I don't think there is. So having that young player that's a little bit different, I think that's good. So you're going 3-0. Tom, what are you going with?
Well, I was going to go 3-0, but I can't go the same as Jordan, so I'll probably go 4-0. Wootton, Rodriguez. Wootton twice, Rodriguez and Ellis. I mean, he's due a goal, isn't he? He was bagging for fun not long ago, so he's due a goal, and a goal at Meadow Lane would be class. Hopefully that means he'll sign on the dotted line at the end of the season, so then we get him next year.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be an easy answer for both of you, but who are you most looking forward to seeing play tomorrow? It's surely going to be one
Sam
answer.
Slocum, innit?
Is it? Who are you going for? It's going to be one answer.
Yeah, Rodriguez has got to be, hasn't it? I mean, it'll be good to see Ellis play as well in the flesh. See the big man.
My heart was in my mouth, to be fair, when Rodriguez got an early yellow the other day against Wrexham.
Yeah.
Was it Wrexham?
He's a bit of a hothead, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's what's good about him, I think.
Yeah.
That raw talent, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Are you the same, Tom, with Rodriguez?
Well, I was thinking. I mean, after McCrory came on, I was looking forward to seeing him get a run out, or Griffiths, or maybe Brinley. But I think Rodriguez just touches ahead of those. He's just a little bit more creative, isn't it?
I'll tell you one player. You know, I'm kind of excited to see play. I'll say again because I did see him against Ilkeston. Reeves, just to see how he plays off the ball a little bit more.
Yeah, you forget these players forget Reeves. Feel like he's been there for ages. That he's a brand new player, none of us have seen live. I think we'll notice his work rate, definitely. You've got a bit of a love in for Eli Sam as well.
Me?
Yeah, you really like him.
Oh yeah, I'd like to see him play as well. I'd like to see him all play. Get them all on. Roll on, roll off.
Yeah, go on then. Roll on, roll off. I'm going to have to bring
on for 10 minutes as well.
I was about to let you go, Tom and Jordan, but this comment's come in. We're going to have to quickly discuss it from Paul. He says, think positively. If Notts win 15-0 and Stockport and Hartlepool fail to pick up another point, we secure third.
It's doable.
I did say this to you. I'm sure I mentioned in our chat. I said, if they lose their games, the third's still there for the taking.
I think Hartlepool have got Sutton.
I don't think they have there.
Hartlepool got Sutton tomorrow, I think.
I thought they had easy games the last two, to be fair.
I'm having a quick look. If Hartlepool have Sutton, you've got another fine coming your way. Hang on. Let's have a look at this.
Definitely doable, though, at Meadow Lane.
Hang about.
Drum roll.
I can't see the fixture, to be fair.
No, I can't either.
That means you get a fine, I think.
Is it a Sunday game? This is a Sunday game.
No, yeah, Hartlepool have got Sutton.
Hartlepool got Sutton. Give away Jordan's ticket over on our Twitter.
He's had a stinker today.
Shortly after
absolute stinker.
Right, Jordan, I'll let you get off so you can do a runner with your ticket. Lock it in a box or something.
Yeah, I think I need to.
Yeah, and Tom, I'll let you get off. Get an early night tomorrow. Get that Balti pie in the oven.
Was it, mate? Yeah, definitely, mate.
Enjoy. Thanks for joining us, you two. No doubt at some point we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow, boys. Cheers
see you tomorrow. See you later.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys. Say it every time. Lovely lad, Jordan. Lovely lad.
As professional as ever. You got
as professional as ever. Straight on time, not driving his car. Lovely lad.
Top man.
Yeah, we'll get onto our team. Easy again. Off you go, George.
Same again. We've seen it the last couple of games now. Slocum, Deon Kelly-Evans, Brinley, Ellis, Chickson, Miller. I think that defence there was solid against Wrexham. Even though Rawlinson's back, I don't think you can put him in for Brinley personally. I thought Brinley was a lot better at the sort of right centre-back position against Wrexham than he has been. But he's sort of grown into that role a little bit. Obviously, we've got Reeves, Doyle, O'Brien in the middle, Rodriguez and Wootton obviously a bit further up the pitch. And that's pretty much it. Tom, can't wait now. We're edging closer.
We are. There's the argument to put Rawlinson in. I think Rawlinson, if we got on a playoff push, you have Rawlinson over Brinley, definitely. We didn't play very well against Harrogate. We played very well against Barnet in that playoffs last season, and that was partly because we had Rawlinson there. I think the smart thing to do is if we are doing well, you bring Rawlinson on. You don't rush him back because going into a playoff push without Rawlinson, who has been a bit shaky recently, but on his day, he's a very, very, very good defender at this level. And actually, he was most fans' player of the season last year. Most fans' player of the season. So
I think he got player's player, didn't he?
Yeah, something like that. Adam says if it's not broken, don't fix it. Exactly. These players have earned their place. We heard a lot about that from Ardley was saying players need to earn their place, and I don't think we necessarily saw that. There were players that weren't playing very well under Ardley that were still playing week in, week out. Birchnell, I think, means it. And the fact he said Ruben Rodriguez, who we now know has this quality, wasn't playing and wasn't even on the bench sometimes, just goes to show that Birchnell seriously means they have to work for that spot. So yeah. I'm excited. If that's the lineup tomorrow, massively excited. Just to see Kelly Evans literally 2 minutes in snap someone, so they do 2 front flips and it gets up as if it's nothing. I can't wait for that. Jordan is the king. Jordan is the king when he's on time. I'll give him that. So we'll go into our predictions for tomorrow. We've had a 3-0 and a 4-0.
Are you going first?
I'll go first this time. Now,
Don't give away mine. Don't give away mine.
Yeah, I won't. Go on then. I'm going to go, and this is not just me being a Notts County fan and thinking, oh, we're going to smash them, but I think we're going to smash them. Notts County 5, Weymouth 0. I think the occasion is going to be emotional. I think you can't go into a game in better form than we are in. We've beaten Sutton, who are about to go and probably win the league tomorrow. We have beaten Wrexham away from home, our biggest challengers. We've swept aside Maidenhead. We've swept aside Barnet. Everyone is absolutely buzzing. We've got someone we love as assistant manager. It is the perfect cocktail of positivity. I'm going Wharton hat-trick to get himself ready for the playoffs. I'm going Rodriguez, and I'm going Eli Sam to come off the bench. For me, George, this is a perfect game where Eli Sam gets a goal as well. Definitely.
Yeah, it'd be great to see him get a goal in front of all the fans. I agree.
It definitely would. Whilst we're doing this, if you put your prediction in the comments, we will flash it up on the screen as well. George?
Yeah, I'm as confident as Tom. I've gone 5-0. We've done this now the last couple of games, which is good. We're on the same page. It's good. I think Rodriguez to get all 5. I wish I was joking. I'm deadly serious.
What are the odds on that?
He's going to light it up tomorrow, I'm telling you. He's going to light it up. The fans are going to be there. There's going to be a new song for Ruben Rodriguez.
Go on, sing it.
I don't know what it is, mate. I wish I knew what it. If I knew what it was, believe me, I'd sing it with my hand on my heart. Yeah, if anyone knows what the Rodriguez song is going to be tomorrow, please let us know by any means necessary. So yeah, I can just see us. I mean, no, I'm not trying to discredit Weymouth because you can't take any game for granted in this league, but it just feels like the way everything's sort of fallen into place, like you were just saying, Tom, and all the fans being back, and there's going to be players such as Rodriguez that's going to score 5, itching to play in front of the home fans. So yeah, that is my honest prediction.
Yeah, and I genuinely, I'm not putting. I mean, being serious with you, Rodriguez. I saw it like,
dead serious.
I'll get off the screen before people start to think.
I hope he's watching. I hope he's watching.
You know, it genuinely, as football fans, everyone here will know this. From an outsider looking in, they think, how can it be that emotional? Tomorrow's going to be a special, special day. 100%. I've genuinely been waiting weeks for this. It's going to be incredible just to see people, just to see the smile on people's faces, to see a goal. Oh my word, to see a goal is going to be unbelievable. And to know we could be leaving that game knowing we've secured 5th spot and we know we'll be returning to Meadow Lane within a couple of weeks. Goosebumps moment. Goosebumps.
Yeah, I think as well, you said it a few times to me, Tom, just the players coming out the tunnel at the start.
Yeah.
Flags flying everywhere.
I think there'll be a lot of Portuguese flags as well, genuinely. I've seen a lot of people question. We'll get some of your scores up then. So Callum says 2-4-0 hard. I'm going 8-0. I've been dreaming on if that happened. Yeah, we've got a 5-0. I hope no Weymouth fans are watching because they're going to be having a poor.
Has anyone got 15-0 to give us a chance of getting that 3rd spot?
Mick says Miller will tear them apart down the left. Goal, assist, first 5 minutes. 5-0 Notts. You know, we're all here. Kieran's 6-0.
Love it.
I think
you know the exciting thing as well with the way we're playing at the minute. We're starting quick. We're under Ardley. We never did that. So to be straight in and starting quick, it's literally gonna be gripping from the 1st minute to the 90th minute, isn't it? It
literally is. Like, you know when you start really quickly in games and you know it's an important game and you run forward straight away and get a corner and then everyone's up for that corner. Oh, the feelings are there. Just shivers. I think so far the aggregate score on the predictions is about 165-0. No one's given Weymouth a goal. we've gone solid 3-0. We don't tend to score more than 3 or 4 yet. That seems to be our max. We've scored a lot lately. 1-0 will be very tight and don't want any injuries. We haven't mentioned that. We do not want injuries. And, it could go the other way of 1-0, playing in front of fans. There you go. Adam says, if Rodriguez scores 5 and we win 5-0, he'll do a knee-slash celebration at work. I'm holding this to Adam, and we want a video posted to Notts County Talk on Twitter.
Yeah, 100%. And we want to know, what flooring do you have at work?
Yeah.
If it's carpets, that's fantastic effort.
Love it. Hang on, George. Got a 15-0.
Oh, man.
And we've not done this before. We're going to put up from NCFC Chants. I'll let you sing that one, George.
No, I'm not singing that.
I've got another one.
I don't know the melody.
Yeah, if we knew the melody,
if someone could voice note us the song, we'll get it up on Twitter.
Yeah, we will. It'll be hard to start it with social distancing tomorrow, but
do it on Facebook.
Yeah, we will. So that is our preview. I'm genuinely like a child at Christmas. I cannot wait to be back in that ground tomorrow. The whole match day atmosphere, seeing people milling around the ground, it's going to be incredible. We are back with what we do best, aren't we, George? Fan chats outside the ground after the game. That video will be up. We've got a special video that we're not going to announce just yet that is going to be going up probably tomorrow night. So, just keep an eye out for the videos. Very quickly, Aaron says, where do we send this voice note? He's all over it. Voice note.
Facebook Messenger, Notts County Talk.
Yeah, send that voice note over. We'll give it a listen in the next 5 minutes, hopefully. And Adam works at Sports Direct, so laminate floor. So that is...
Well, you'll get a good distance on that.
You will. Thank you very much for everyone that's joined. As I've already mentioned, we have put the link to our Just Giving, which is for the Notts County Foundation. Done some great work in the community during the pandemic, especially. So anything, even a share, would mean the world to us. Look out for our videos tomorrow. Hopefully we've secured 5th place and we have that playoff home game in our hands. Keep an eye out for the videos. And as always, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.